Hello everybody and welcome back to a really chilly Border Corner. Hope you're all okay. It's been pretty cold in the bedroom the last few days, freezing temperatures outside, and you definitely notice the difference in the birds when the numbers are down in the minuses. I must admit, we had Thursday night and Friday night the temperature was down so low that I did put the heaters in the room. I just set them on freezing really because I don't mind the birds. You know, they can easily take the temperatures down into the minus numbers, but I just thought if it was anything like it's being reported as minus 16, minus 17 in parts of the country, I wanted to avoid that if I could. So I put the heaters on. Thursday night they came on. The lowest temperature I think in here was minus 2, and everybody's okay this morning. And I put them on last night and I checked the overnight temperatures and it was 1.5 all night, so that was the lowest it got. So even though it's thick frost on the ground this morning again, I think the insulation in the bird room and a little bit of ambient, you know, the tiny little bit of heat that the birds must produce and that, it kept it, you know, comfortably off freezing. The temperature in here now is 4.5 degrees centigrade, and outside the outdoor thermometer is saying it's minus 2. So that's quite a big difference. It shows, you know, what a job the insulation can do. So I'm quite pleased about that. So coming up on today's show, I've got some news about some new birds that are going to be coming to the Border Corner. So stick around and hear a little bit more about that. I've just done some more work with the lights. I mentioned on the last video that I was having some new lights installed. The first one of those has gone in now, so we'll have a look at those. Just wanted to say about the diet that I've got the birds on as we turn into 2025 and what I do with the birds with their new diet. And I just wanted to say that I pulled out some of the birds that are going to be going on to the Allied line. I've talked a lot about the Allied line, so I'm not going to go into regular detail about that, but they've been split out. And when I show you the new light, you'll see the big flight cage there that I've got a few birds in, so they're going to be forming part of my Allied line. I've also got the blue hen in there because she's not looking so good in aviary, so I thought I'd put her in that big flight cage so she doesn't have to fly so fast to get her food. So yeah, so let's crack on. One of the things I'm doing today with the birds is their germination seed. They get, at the moment this time of year, I give them germination seed with their soft food once a week. It goes in a coffee jar. I've drilled loads of holes in the lid of the coffee jar so that I can get the water out. And then I just give it a squirt of some sterilising solution just to get rid of any pathogens that there might be about. So I'll take that indoors and that'll go in get some water. It'll soak for 4 hours and then I'll drain it off. And then it'll go in the airing cupboard until tomorrow morning, and then I'll get it out and rinse it off again 2 or 3 times, and then it'll go in the airing cupboard until Monday, and the birds will get their soft food on Monday morning. So here's the bank of cages with the cockbirds in, and you've seen these a couple of times, but as you can see there's plenty of room in here for the cockbirds. That squabbling that I think on the last video that I did, there was quite a lot of squabbling evidence, but as you can see now they're all pretty settled in here. Diet now, I mentioned just a couple of minutes ago about the soft food. So on top of that now, as you can see here, they're all getting 100% mixed canary now, British canary. I use Versa the Prestige mix without rape. So that's what they have, and they're they're all on that now, so the flame seed is basically just, I've diluted all that away, so it's now back on the full breeders mix. There's quite a lot of good singing going on in here as well, which I always think is a good sign. I know that you've been able to hear him all through this video, but there's one of them that's giving it some song, which is brilliant. But pretty much all the birds in the bird room are. If you look up here now, you see. So these two singing the most at the moment, so all good stuff. That other bird that you can hear singing is one of the dimorphics. So yeah, so the birds are all pretty happy at the moment. Diet-wise, as I say, they get the soft food once a week, and they all have that. So that's my usual mix. That's petit pois they get, grated carrot, sweet corn. That all goes in the blender and gets smashed up, and that gets some broccoli in there as well. So it's broccoli, petit pois, sweet corn, carrot. That all goes in the blender and gets smashed up together. And then I add to that the soap seed that we looked at before, and then egg food goes in with that as well. And then after the egg food, I give them some starter mix, which was the Happy Bird starter. So just a quick shot of a couple of the top birds in the lower cage. They're just scratching about. When I cleaned these out yesterday, I put a little bit of wild seed on the floor. So I'm spending quite a lot of time scraping about and in amongst the sawdust, picking up the wild seed. So this is what I wanted to show you that I bought for the bird room. I was actually sorry, I was given this as a birthday present. So, but it is one of the brand new Arcadia Luminis Smart UVB kits for birds. And you can see the one that I've got here is the really long one. This is 54 watts and it is 1.2 meters long. So this is it in its when it arrives package state. There's lots of information on the box about what it is, some QR codes to go and look up for more information if you want more information on the light. This has got all the different bits in there where it talks about all the different levels about what the light can do. So where I've got this one at the moment is above the bank of wire cages. So if I just zoom out a little bit onto here, you can see there's a shelf in there at the moment that I've got the light in its box sitting on, but this section is going to have the UVB light installed, and I'll be doing that today. So here we have the light fitting out of its box. You can see it's got a very high reflective backing to the light fitting. Quite straightforward, and the fitting connectors go on the back there, which I'll show you in a second. But each end of the light, you've got these rubber connectors. There's a rubber connector that's got a retaining clip on it. So I'm trying to do this freehand, folks, so I'm sorry if it's a bit shaky. And this just clips off like this. And then we've got the same thing at this end as well. And then just lift the clip up. And then once the clips are open, and the clip itself is what holds the little lamp adapter in. So this just slides out like this, and it's exactly the same at the other end. You can just hear me doing the other one now. And then this is what you plug this is what you put the tube in. Okay, so I'm trying to do that. I don't know if this is going to work on the video, so I apologise if this is just rubbish. I'll give it a go. Just I wanted to show you how easy it was to set these up. So you can see I've got the pins on there now, and you just ease that onto the end of the tube. And then same thing for the other end. Okay, so you can see once it's sitting on there nice and snug. And now all we do is lift the clip back up, and those connectors fit in nice and snugly on the unit. One in there, and then you can just hear that I put the other one in at the other end. That's it. So the tube is now installed. Let's get it connected. So you can see here the light fitting in place now. I've got it over this bank of wire cages. You have to have at least 12 inches between the bottom of the light and where the bird's head will be. So that's manufacturer's recommendation. So that's set up for them like that. And then what I wanted to do was just show you quickly how easy it is to control the light if you want to. So I'm just going to jump over to the handset now, to my smartphone, so you can see the interface that I use for controlling the light. But essentially, you can do, this is just me, I've just turned the automatic lights off with the handset, and now manually I can control the light. So that's right up at 90%, 100% now, which is what I'll be aiming for the birds in the summer months. But at this time of year, they're probably only, they'll only be getting about 45, maybe 50% of the value of the light. So that's down at 40% now. You can still see it's nice and bright, and it's probably still lighter than the daylight tube next to it. If I turn this off quickly, you'll see how much the light drops. So these daylight tubes that I've got in here, they're okay, but they're not. They're nowhere near providing nowhere near the amount of light as the automatic lights are. So yeah, so what I'll do now is I'm just going to show you using the app so you can see what it's like and how easy it is to use and set things up. So we're going to the app, the screen that shows fairly self-explanatory. This is my device up here. You can see it says Bird Room 1. So if I tap on Bird Room 1, it connects me to the light. This is the control panel. So I've got in here, it says Custom Mode 1. This is where you select your lighting system. It comes with a couple of defaults, but I've made my own up with Custom Mode 1. And then as you can see, you select the other time slot. So all you do is add time slot, select whichever time slot that you want, and click OK. And then that time slot will get added on. By default, it goes on at 100%. And then you can just tap the slider and move the slider down to whatever you want it to be. This time of year now, I've got my lights coming on early. I was planning on breeding early again this year, as it worked so well for me last year. So I've got my control panel there, and as you can see, as I go through, every 15 minutes I just change the light slightly as it moves up in its intensity until it gets to 50%, and then it stays at 50%, and then it drops down at 3 o'clock. The lights start dropping down, and then it slowly goes down until it goes off at 4:45. And that's it. That's all there is to it. If you want to add another one, you can just go in here and select custom mode again. And by default, it'll automatically put the light on auto and you have to go through and you manually start setting the values that you want to set. So go back to custom mode 1, and then once it realises that custom mode 1 is operational, I'll switch to auto and the lights come back on. One of the other things that you can do is you can daisy chain these devices so you can have multiple devices all connected, and rather than having to go through and recreate all of the different time zones that I've created on here, all you do is you click copy device and it takes a copy of it, and then once you've done it, you go up here, you select your new bird room. It'll show you the new device here. You select that new device and then just paste device, and it'll paste the same lighting sequence. And that's it. Massive thanks to Paul at Planet Avery for helping me out with this. I spent a lot of time on the phone with Paul. Well, that's about it for now, folks, on this week's video. It's the second one of 2025. I didn't even know I'd still be doing it after 3 years. So lots of you still giving lots of good feedback about the channel. So I'm really chuffed about that. So I'll keep on producing the videos. This one obviously is a lot shorter than the normal 30-40 minute videos that I do. I'm going to try and reduce them in length a little bit this year. Let me know what you think, whether you like short format or long format. I'll try and do whatever is a common preference. So something that I've done that's a bit different this year is I've added a membership page to the border corner. So that'll start taking shape over the coming weeks. If you're interested in joining the channel, if you go to the homepage of the border corner on YouTube, you should see there's an option there to join. Any money that I make from the memberships and so on will be paid back into the bird room. So it'll help me, add more content and so on. So I think I need to get a new lens as well at some point. So I'll start saving for one of those, because I'm not sure whether the quality of the lens on this camera is as good as it should be. So. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. This is what I end up doing, isn't it? If I try and say I'm doing a shorter video, I end up rambling on about all sorts of stuff. That's it for now for this video. Keep liking, keep subscribing. We're nearly at 1,000, 995, just 5 to go. So I'm nearly at 1,000, which is, when I started this, I didn't think I'd get close to that. So that's just brilliant news. So yeah, please like and subscribe. Keep on birding, and I'll see you next week.